two top project management platforms. One Showdown, which one truly helps teams get things done. On the left, Asana famous for its intuitive interface and wide adoption. On the right, nTask rising fast with powerful features and a fresh approach. We're putting both through real-world scenarios that teams face every day: collaboration, task management, pricing, extras, and even user satisfaction. Let's skip the hype and dig into what actually matters. Every category scores points, and by the end, you'll know which platform really deserves your workflow. The winner might surprise you. Let's get into it. Here's how we're going to tackle this. First up is price, because, let's be honest, why pay more than you need to? Then we've got features, ease of use, integrations, collaboration, time tracking, and finally, customization. It's a lot, but it's the only way to really see which one's best for you. Let's kick things off with price. Now, nTask? It's actually the more wallet-friendly pick way, more affordable overall. The free tier in nTask has almost everything most small teams need, and the paid upgrades aren't going to send your accounting team into panic mode. Asana starts you off decently with a basic free plan if you're running a small crew, but if you want those fancy features, those costs add up quick, especially as your team grows. So if you're pinching pennies, nTask takes this one, easy. Next up, features. Both of these are stacked, but Asana, honestly, just feels like it's from another league when it comes to power tools. We're talking advanced automations, all the integrations, portfolio views. If you want enterprise-level project management, Asana's got your back. Meanwhile, nTask is no slouch built-in time tracking, risk and issue management, actual Gantt charts. But you might notice, for really fancy integrations or automations, nTask kinda lags. So, if you're a power user, Asana wins here. Moving on to ease of use, and wow, if you're tired of messy onboarding or confusing menus, both are actually pretty gentle. But Asana, with its slick UI and intuitive design, is just a little more polished. Getting started is genuinely quick. The only thing is, if you pile in a ton of projects, it can get a bit overwhelming. nTask, meanwhile, is straightforward. Nothing flashy, but hey, easy task input, pretty clean navigation. But sometimes the interface is a bit clunky, and a couple workflows left me scratching my head. Verdict, Asana takes this round, but nTask's still in the race. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Asana? It was co-founded by a Facebook co-founder. Power moves, right? And nTask, it actually started out just as a simple to-do list app. It's kind of wild to see how both took such different paths to end up as serious project managers. Alright, let's talk integrations. This is a biggie, right? If you live and breathe Slack or Google Workspace, Asana's extensive list of integrated apps is honestly wild. Slack, Microsoft Teams, Zapier, the whole 9 yards. Only catch? Some of the coolest integrations are behind that premium paywall. nTask integrates with Google Calendar and Outlook, which is nice, but kinda stops there. So if connecting all your apps is your jam, Asana's your winner. Now, collaboration. Both platforms make teamwork way less painful. You've got comments, tags, dashboards, chat, file sharing. The works. Asana has great shared dashboards and the classic mentions, though on the free version, permission settings can be a bit SI. nTask, on the other hand, tosses in a built-in scheduler for meetings, so you don't have to bounce around other tools. Not super scalable for huge teams, but for most, it does the job. This one's honestly too close to call, so it's a straight-up tie. This is where things get interesting time tracking. If you want built-in timers and timesheets, nTask is literally made for this. Native time tracker, quick reporting, no fussing with third-party apps. Sure, you have to enter some stuff manually, but that's still better than having no time tracker at all. Asana though, it's kinda like go fetch your own timer, which is wild for a project manager in 2024, right? So big points to nTask here. Customizations. This one's where Asana flexes again. You can set up all sorts of custom fields and rule-based automations to make everything fit your workflow perfectly. And there's even a little bit of theming so you can change up the look. Some of the really wild stuff is locked behind premium, but even so, it's pretty darn flexible. nTask does let you set custom task types and labels, but when it comes to visuals and automation, it's way more basic. So yeah, Asana's the customizer's pick here. Alright, here's the scorecard moment. If you laid out all the pros and cons on a radar chart, you'd see Asana dominating in features, integrations, customization, and ease of use. nTask really shines on price and time tracking, making it kinda irresistible for budget-focused teams. So, what's the bottom line? If you're running a fast-growing business or you need serious workflows and power user features, Asana almost always comes out on top. But if you're a startup or small business and you just want something affordable that gets you built-in time tracking and isn't a headache to learn, nTask might be your perfect match. Was that helpful? If you want more real-world breakdowns like this, stick around and follow for more workflow tips and deep dives.